This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody.
Sorry. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more. But it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on.
What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and Instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody.
Sorry. Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go, why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Maureen is saying.
Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, it is I, your Uncle John, your elder who watches too much damn TV and movies and reads too many damn comic books. And as always, we have our elders and cast of characters with you to astound and amuse you and hopefully make life a little bit lighter on a, well, at least here in Atlanta, rainy evening. Always making us look better. Auntie Nicole. Hey, Auntie Nicole.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
All right. And as always, from the planet of Florida, by way of the galaxy of Brooklyn, Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Another day in paradise. So we are missing Uncle DJ and Uncle Percy, but as always, behind the ones and twos, we have Uncle Roy. What's good, sir?
Cello.
As always, with the Jimmy Walker. Before we begin, I would be remiss if I did not bring up the Urban Nerd Con, July 29th through the 31st in Montgomery, Alabama. Get your tickets now. Reserve your seats, reserve your space in the place, because we will be bringing all things sci-fi, horror, gaming, comics. I'm sure I'm missing something, and the nerd gatekeepers out there
Anime,
will crucify me for it. Anime, thank you. Whatever
comics,
else I've missed. I
sci-fi,
said comics,
fantasy,
thank you. So
horror.
I said sci-fi, fantasy, horror. Thank you so very much, Uncle Rod, for correcting me. Damn it, America! You see what I go through? So yes, please get your tickets now. The Urban Nerd Con is it .net or is it .com or Roy, help me out. The Urban Nerd Con
Net.
okay .net. Thank you. UrbanNerdCon.net. Get your tickets now. Also at the Urban Nerd Con, you will be able to purchase some of this fine merchandise. Grumpy Old Nerd. Proclaim your nerdness and your oldness with some Grumpy Old Nerds merchandise. You will be able to purchase some of this at the con. But as we continue, I would be remiss if I did not understand why a black man wanted to take some money out the bank and got arrested. So, Ryan Coogler, one of
You
our
actually
most
surprised?
profound. Am I surprised? I want to be surprised. Uncle DJ, the Red Bone Assassin, has joined us today. Hey, Uncle
Hey,
DJ.
DJ.
Uncle DJ,
What
what
up?
up?
As I was saying, so one of our more prolific directives out right now, the man who has brought us many thought-provoking and exciting films, and who helped to bring about the global icon of Black Panther to the screen, was trying to withdraw some of his own damn money from the bank the other day. And heaven forbid he have on a hood, shades, and a mask because the black bank teller
Tell you,
thought
man.
that he was trying to hold the place up. Now, I
Oh,
have
gosh.
never been in a situation where I've given someone my ID and given them my PIN number, and they think I was trying to stick them up. But, it's the world we live in now. And
Hold on,
I
hold
just,
on, hold on, Uncle
I,
John.
what's
Also,
going on?
gave her a note saying, "Please do not count my money out in public." He said,
Yeah, well,
I want to take out $12,000. Please do not count my money out, out in the open.
Yeah,
Not
well,
keep
give
yourself
first of
me
safe.
all,
$12,000 before I
Yeah,
shoot you. Not this is
right.
a
Man,
robbery.
this,
Give me twelve
this
thousand
is in
dollars.
Georgia, though, right?
well, yes, yes,
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but
so if you're a bank clerk in Georgia, when's the last time you seen a black man pull out $12,000?
So funny.
You know what? And where he
But
was, there are a lot of black people with money, so it
yeah,
shouldn't be that
$12,000
I mean,
rare
at
of an
once, though.
occurrence.
no, look, DJ, you're talking about Atlanta, where Negroes like to floss and like to
yeah.
roll around with
Oh, okay.
bankrolls and like to
Oh,
be
okay.
flashy. Like,
Chocolate
Oh,
but
so
City.
but my thing
he
is,
could have been
as a
on his
as
way
a
to
bank
the to
teller,
the to the strip club.
I don't know why he was pulling out
I guess.
$12,000. Apparently, I'm hanging in the wrong circles because I need to hang out with this boy
There you
pulling out
go.
12
Yeah.
grand and putting a
Right,
knot in your
right.
pocket.
I just want to be his
But
friend. Yeah.
my question is, as a bank teller, can I just
Right.
ask you to move your mask and remove your glasses and hood so I can make sure that your face matches the ID,
That's
as
all it
opposed to
took. That's
immediately
all it
going
took.
as immediately
That's
going
all
for
it
the
took.
police. So, and yes, to you and I, $12,000 is a ridiculous amount of money to walk around with in your pocket. And
Right.
I need to know the next time Ryan Coogler is going to the bank so I could, hang out,
Just stand
escort
there.
him, as it were.
Did you
The
Can I
see why
touch
he
your
teller,
Right,
did it?
shoulder?
right.
the teller and the manager.
Tell her the manager did what?
Yeah.
The teller and the manager were involved with calling the police. Wow.
I
Neither of
mean,
them did what you thought was the
it's
normal thing that you just mentioned.
That's all. That's all it
so
takes.
yeah.
And in a time that where a black person can walk in a store with a mask on, finally, and not be harassed typically, and so all
Because
of a
it's COVID.
sudden but all of a sudden it's a problem. You going in to pull out your own money with you think about it. You have to be able to verify your own damn account, right? And all of that good stuff. And they did nothing to try and make sure that they just understood the whole process of what banks do on a normal basis if it was
Did you
anybody
guys see the
else.
But you know
video?
what? Yeah,
And you
yeah,
see how the
See
cop
the
quickly
what?
the cop pulled out his gun behind him?
What?
yes,
I didn't see that part. God
yeah,
dang.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. They were really worried that this man walked in this bank by himself and was going to rob it and take out 12,000. A very
That's a
specific
daggone
amount, by
shame.
the way, if I may add. As
Absolutely
opposed to
insane.
just empty out your shit. Give me $12,000 because apparently I've got to pay off my house loan or something. Whatever.
Exactly
So
12,000.
yeah,
No, not a dollar more, not a dollar less.
not a dollar less.
And
Yeah,
I can understand him
but
not
it
wanting his money counted out in public because, I mean,
Absolutely.
that makes you a target. You know what I'm
twelve
saying?
thousand dollars. Shit.
Yeah, it just as soon as you walk up out of there, anybody that heard that could have been on the phone. Hey, follow this dude, whatever. And I mean, it's
Absolutely.
ridiculous. That's all it took.
So yes, it's a very shitty situation, and that just goes to show you that actually none of this surprises anybody. If you're black in this country, none of this surprised you. And number two, Mr. Coogler, I don't know if you do that on a regular basis, but stop pulling out $12,000 at a time, brother, in
Nah,
cash,
he can do that. What
because
he needs
somebody's
to
gonna
do is
knock
stop
your ass
messing.
over.
What he needs to do is stop messing with Bank of America because they've been messing with black people
Yeah,
for a minute. With crazy loan rates, giving black people loans they knew they couldn't
Redlining.
handle.
Mm-hmm. All that
yeah.
good stuff.
All
Well,
that
I
stuff.
mean
They've been
that's the
cited
banking system in America.
repeatedly. They've been
So he
cited
needs to go to the bank.
repeatedly for stuff.
They need to go to. He needs to go to the Bank of Wakanda and deposit his money there.
Shoot,
Right.
create. Hey,
United
He needs to
Wakanda
open
one.
up the Bank of Wakanda. He needs to make his own bank.
hey,
I
I'm
mean,
about to say.
you know what? To be very honest, DJ, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's
I
the
was about to
catalyst
say.
that we'll have in order to start that shit. Because there are black-owned banks, but
There
maybe
are.
maybe he can go either start or maybe endorse a black-owned bank and just say, look, I'm tired of them fucking with me. It's time for me to not just
Right.
be Black Panther on film, be a motivator and originator and bring my shit back home. But
Something.
what can you do?
Question: Did the bank
And then
apologize to him? Or like that? Because I haven't finished hearing about the rest of the anything afterwards or so.
They
fucking
gave some
apology.
weak.
It's too damn
They
late.
gave some weak. My bad, and just kind of hoped everybody would move on. James
The
Otis
police
Hall
had
is
a
talking
gun to
about
his
winning
back.
time. They did.
Absolutely insane.
James Otis
James.
Hall. You know what? That's some homework for me. I haven't watched it. Have any of you?
I have.
What?
No.
It's the dramatization of the rise of the Lakers in the '80s, starting when Dr. Jerry Buss purchases the team from Jack Kent Cooke, and when he drafts Magic Johnson. Jerry West was the head coach. It's hilarious.
Is it?
John C.
Okay. Well,
Riley.
you know what?
John C. Riley is Dr. Jerry Buss. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, James
So is
Otis
this
Hall.
like
Give us a week.
is this like Boogie Nights on on the court?
Oh,
the
there you go.
amount of
Well, look,
between
I'm just
the
gonna say
80s
this.
and California. Oh shit.
Yeah. True. But I can tell you this: there is a little bit of TNA in there, and a little bit of
A little bit.
just
I'm
a
sure
little
it's
bit.
gonna be more
I
than
know,
that.
even though it's HBO, I know it's a little bit, and it's maybe like 2x material in there, not real 3x, just kind of maybe 2, maybe 1.5.
Well, it's only
One and
been
a
like a
half.
couple episodes, right?
Yeah,
One
there's
or
only
two
2
episodes.
episodes in.
Well,
I
hell,
There's
haven't
only
watched
2
it
Oh,
yet.
they
I'm
got.
excited.
Oh, they got time. They got time.
I gotta
Shit,
watch it.
I'm old enough to be excited about 2X. Shit, to hell with that. Sounds like my kind of show.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Man, 2x is like the old Cinemax, what they used to call it, Skinemax.
At 2
Where
in the
Skinamax.
you
morning.
used to
That
get the
was
illegal
2 in the
signal
morning.
and it was wavy and you
hey,
couldn't
that
really
was
see
good
it.
enough. That was good enough for me.
2 in the
Again,
morning.
I'm an
Just all
old
of a
ass man.
sudden
I've
it
been married
changes.
for 20-some years. 2X,
There you
2X will
go.
get me through. Don't worry about it.
There you
So
go.
James
Oh
Otis
man.
Hall,
All good.
give us a week. We'll talk about winning time next week. Absolutely. But I guess I would be remiss as over now. So going to our agenda, let's talk about the Batman because
All right.
I wish Percy was here because I really wanted his opinion on this, and I know he saw it. Did anybody else see it?
I've seen it. And I
Yeah,
wanted
I
Percy
could
here
go get
too
me a
because
cigar while y'all go ahead and
Percy
talk
wanted all
about
the
it.
smoke. Percy wanted all the smoke about the Batman. So I wish he was here
Yeah, he
too.
did. Yeah, he did.
But
So come on,
I'll
Rod.
say
Let us
this.
know your review.
Okay, I'll say this. At first, I remember, we talked about it when we first heard that Robert Pattinson was going to be Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
/ Batman, and we were concerned about hearing that he wasn't really working out to get in shape for the role and all that kind of good stuff, and that was another red flag. Um, but I have to say, overall, it's a pretty good film.
Really?
It
Okay.
does show it shows early Batman. They take a lot from Frank Miller and Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One storyline. They take a lot of elements from that. Zoe Kravitz was really good as Catwoman. However, I think they did her dirty by the way they had her not have a real mask and just kind of had a stocking cap over her nose. I thought that was pretty stupid. But yeah, but
Oh,
she did an
gosh.
excellent job in the role of Selena Kyle. Robert Pattinson did a pretty good job. And they wanted it to be a detective story, so they kind of got that. I thought they did a pretty good job of making a detective story, and the Riddler was really like dangerous as a villain. Like, if we talked before about Batman's rogues gallery of villains and say, a whole lot of people don't really have superpowers; they're just crazy, or they just got problems, right? So you look at the Riddler in this film, and he is a legitimate threat to Gotham City and to Batman.
Oh,
Not
wow.
only
Okay.
intellectually, but in terms of physicality and in terms of the way he's able to manipulate things. So in that respect, he's a definite challenge for for Batman.
So I
Some of the
actually
other things in the
checked this
film
out.
I
Oh,
didn't,
go
I
ahead.
had, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because I saw it too, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, I'm actually enjoying this. Now, Robert Pattinson did a pretty decent job as Batman. Colin Farrell was unrecognizable as the Penguin.
Yeah, and he did a good
The
job too.
Riddler, he did. The Riddler was a villain who was worthy of to be the main villain of the film. Zoe Kravitz didn't really move me as Catwoman. She wasn't given that much to do, besides stand around and look exotic. If you know the what I mean by that. Um, my issues. I appreciate the fact, like you said, that Batman was actually a detective in this, and he had to use his wits because I don't think I've ever seen an itineration of Batman on screen that was actually a detective. So he
Right.
was actually a detective and had to figure shit out. So that I appreciate. The Riddler, like you said, was a creepy ass villain. Um, but I think that 3 hours was too fucking long. There were a lot of scenes that could have been cut of them just
Oh,
walking
goodness.
or like that motorcycle ride at the end. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah. I
come
was
on, y'all.
there.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert because we spoil shit. But yeah, some of this shit
I
was
was
just
trying
like,
not to, but I
come
guess
on,
we're gonna
man.
go there.
That's all
Oh,
right.
fuck 'em.
Listen, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, if people watch this show at this point, you know we spoil shit and we revel in the spoilery. Um,
Okay.
yeah, there was a lot of shit that could have been cut, just trimming the fat. You know what I'm saying? Do
Right.
you agree
Yeah,
with that, Rod?
I agree. It probably
Yeah.
could have been
So
like 220, 230.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if they cut it to 220, 230, that film is A plus. I enjoyed the
Okay.
action. I have a little bit of a problem with people standing there shooting Batman point blank in the
Point blank
chest.
range.
Who's gonna finally? Yeah, who's gonna finally figure out? Hey, you know what? Why don't I aim for his face?
Okay.
Um, there, yeah,
Oh,
just
goodness.
like what the hell? But yeah, it's a solid B plus, if not an A minus for me.
Yeah, I think that they could have cut it down a little bit. One of the things that I didn't like about the film is that it seemed like Batman was kind of almost like a bystander in his own movie. You know what I mean? And everybody else was just kind of doing their thing. Um,
Hmm.
and you said Catwoman didn't really have anything to do, but you know, if you think back on the film, she was one of the main catalysts for them finding things out.
But
When
see,
you
that's that
look back at
that's
the
not the
film,
problem with Catwoman for John. The problem with Catwoman for John is she got less than Zoe Saldana when it comes to cat assets. So it's not really his
Emphasis on cat
strength.
ass.
She can't really
okay,
hold
That's
his
right,
attention.
brother.
okay. Well, if that's what it is, I can't argue
Okay.
with that. But
You ain't gonna be able to
I
do nothing
But
about
Rod, let
that.
me ask you this.
okay.
Rod, what was where do you see the chemistry between them that drew them together to become romantic? It for me, them starting to dig each other just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of lead up to that. I'll put it that way. They just kind of hung around with each other long enough for her to just kiss him, and that was it. But um, yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of interaction in terms of like um, maybe I like this guy, I kind of dig this guy. What is it about him? I thought it was kind of cool that in the beginning of the film he's like, I'm vengeance, and then people just started referring to him as vengeance. And she referred to him as she referred to him as vengeance one time. She was like, here, vengeance, go ahead.
Just kicked our ass. It was vengeance. Right. That was funny. That was funny.
Oh, man.
Now, one thing I will say that I appreciated about the film is that how the Marvel movies will push the agenda of everybody's got to be quippy, everybody's got to say something funny every 5 minutes. This
Right.
was a lot more serious, not to the point of being just overly dramatic. And there were spots here and there where it was kind of amusing, in particular the Penguin. But it didn't feel. It felt like they kind of did the thing of straying away from the Marvel formula of doing a superhero film, and I think it was pretty solid. James Otis Hall just said that he took the kids and they were bored because it wasn't the Batman that they know, which is very
Right.
true. This is not the Batman that you see anywhere else. This is a different version of Batman, and I appreciate that.
This
He
is
also
a
said
prequel, right?
Seven was a
This is like a
superhero movie.
prequel?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
This was a prequel, though, right?
It's like
No,
Batman.
this was like
it's
year
like
two.
Batman Year 2. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's still trying to figure out who he is. One thing that I will say, one more thing that I have a problem with is that what makes Batman effective for me is that the Bruce Wayne persona is happy-go-lucky and cheerful, and I'm a playboy, I'm a philanthropist. He's kind of like a less alcoholic Tony Stark. But
Tony Stark.
now in this film,
Right.
he's just walking around like this all the damn time.
Emo Batman.
Because he's mad.
I told you. Sparkly, right,
emo
Sparkly
Batman.
Batman. That's why him and Zoe and I was almost about to say Zoe Saldana. Him and Zoe Kravitz don't have any chemistry because he's used to loving on mannequins and shit. Miss Stewart.
Oh my God.
No
God.
personality.
Damn.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Okay,
man,
DJ, tell
oh,
us how you
man,
really
oh,
feel,
man.
sir. Damn. Oh my goodness. So
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
even saying all of that, I recommend the
Wow.
Batman. What I was expecting was shit, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'll wait till it comes to VHS.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, shout out to Jeffrey Wright as Chief Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Officer
Now,
Gordon,
to be
because he
honest,
hadn't been promoted. He did
Okay.
an excellent job. He did an excellent job as
he
Gordon.
did. Now, Rod, tell me this. I got kind of a buddy cop vibe when the two of them were on screen together.
Yeah. I think they wanted that, but it's kind of weird. It's still kind of weird for me because the only time I've seen Batman be really like cooperative with police is only in the Adam West version back in the '60s. Where he actually like went to the police headquarters and no one said anything to him, and he talked to the commissioner
Right.
and the chief right in the office.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't wanted. He could walk in and out.
Right.
Right.
And so
Now,
that was
there was
kind of
also-
weird for me to see.
Yeah. So there was also a scene where Batman had gotten knocked out, and he was laying in the police precinct, and no one had taken off his mask yet. I'm like, the hell are y'all thinking? This is your opportunity to unmask this vigilante who's been running around town kicking everybody's ass. Unmask him immediately before you take him. Before you put
It's
him
like
in,
it took
bring him in
them a
custody.
while.
So
It took them a while to figure out if they wanted to do it or not.
before someone was like, "Hey, by the way, we should unmask him." So that
gosh.
was stupid as hell to me. But I mean, it again, it was something that I didn't expect from them. It was better than expected. So hopefully the next one. Oh, and like I said, we spoiled shit. So the Joker makes an appearance at the end, but it's supposed to be. I would have preferred for them not to have done that. I would prefer not to have seen the Joker at the end. That spoiled it for me.
Okay, so if you're spoiling it, who played the Joker?
Oh, I don't know. Some white boy.
Some white.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Alrighty.
man.
I mean, am I stuck again? Am I stuck? Can y'all hear
No.
me?
No, we hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
I think we're all
You got the
stuck.
mean,
But
I'm
you got
just
the
stuck.
mean
Okay.
old man
Yeah.
look on your face.
Yeah, I look
Well,
like I'm doing a
appropriate
Ray
for this,
Charles
yeah.
impersonation or some shit.
So are we
We
all
all
I
stuck?
stuck.
said
We all stuck.
Georgia,
We all stuck.
Georgia, the whole
For real.
man.
Oh, by
Uncle
the way,
Roy, what's going on, bro?
Well, yeah.
the guy who played the guy who played Druig in the Eternals, Barry, I think his name is Kyogen or Kyogen,
Okay.
Keegan maybe. I'm not sure the pronunciation,
Whatever
but the
you
guy
say.
who played Druig in the Eternals was the Joker, or the guy in the cell at the end, because they don't
Okay.
really say the Joker.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I still think
Oh goodness.
the Joker is like the